Well, thank you so much for being with us here today. When you first got to Lafayette, did you know exactly what you wanted to do, or did Lafayette kind of shape your vision for the future?
I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I definitely had politics in my blood, and that's
Mm.
what I was going to enter. I was a government law major, and I knew I was going to end up doing something in government. And I headed to Washington really to try to find out what was happening down there after graduation. And it really shaped me afterwards. So Lafayette gave me the tools I needed, but it was really once I graduated that the experiences shaped what I'm doing today.
Was there ever a time in your career when you just wanted to give up, and what was it that kept you going?
There's always a point where you want to give up, and you never think, if I may, just a little anecdote. I once looked at my first boss, and he knew everybody in Washington, or at least I thought he did. And I looked at him one day and said, "When am I going to know? Half the people you know." And I just thought it was such a daunting task to do that. And I look back on it today, and 25 years later, I have similar experience, but it's one of my colleagues who's looking up to me saying,
Yeah.
wow, you know so many people in Washington, or you have this experience. So there's always a time when you want to give up, but then you look at the positives. What is it that you like about what you're doing? What is it that you want to be doing? What is it that makes you happy? As long as you keep pursuing that, you're going to be fine.
Good to know. All right, so here you are now, Vice President of Government and Public Affairs at TASER. What do you think played the biggest role in attaining your success?
Wow. I think, a little bit was just keeping my options open and being willing to accept what was happening in front of me. I really came to TASER International because of 9/11. It sounds like, always strange to say there might have been a positive that came out of there. Well, in my life, there might have been. They found me. I was an aviation consultant before that, and after 9/11, most aviation consultants also became Homeland Security defense consultants. And that's when TASER found me, and it was a match that was meant to be. The company and my personality fit very well. Wouldn't have been a company I would have ever sought out, but because of that marriage, 9 years later, I'm doing something that I'm very happy with, and hopefully my company's still happy with.
Can you tell us 2 or 3 important skills that graduates need in order to succeed in their careers?
I think basic skills, thinking, being able to be observant and being analytical about what you observe, and being able to articulate that to another individual. Biggest thing that we're losing today is the ability to communicate, be able to communicate ideas. We communicate today, young people communicate with their thumbs. You're texting each other back and forth. We need to be able to put succinct ideas into action, and that becomes the action plans and the strategies for business, for politics, for government, even for engineering and R&D. If you can't express your ideas, then you're never going to make a mark and be successful.
And lastly, just looking back at your experiences as a student and an alumnus, what do you think makes Lafayette special?
I think it's the community, and the community never stops. It's something, I know it's hokey, but your real Lafayette experience commences with commencement. It's when you get out there and you're working with your alumni and you realize there is a bond. You meet somebody on the street and you see a Lafayette hat or a Lafayette shirt and you go, wow, you went to Lafayette? What year? It doesn't matter if you were on campus together. You have that special bond because you both went to this unique small institution. The other thing is we're starting to get a reputation, very strong reputation out there about the quality of people that we're turning out, the education, that the background, the foundation that these young people have. And that's just going to continue to build and build over time. And so, we have a real special gem here that not a lot of people know about, and we got to keep spreading that word.
I completely agree. Well, thank you so much.